Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Slay the Princess. We are back, and I guess we're starting a new game in order to get some more of these achievements. There are a lot of paths we have not gone down yet, and I'm currently looking at my Steam achievement list to get an idea of how many we have. We have 25 of 131. Yeah, needless to say, there's a bit of a ways to go, huh? We do have this gallery here, which apparently shows us all the things we've yet to unlock. So we can use this to find hints. I think we should just start it up again and go from there. And I can still tab through, so that's good. Okay. What if we just don't do anything at all the whole time? Continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Turn around and leave again.
You're really...
Quietly continue down the path.
You're silent.
Don't say anything. I'll walk in a different direction.
There's always a
We
choice.
have seen this one, right? I remember this. Now what if I keep doing it? Oh, I guess I can't this time. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Go to the cabin. Yeah, I get it. Go to the cabin. Okay, I'm definitely gonna head to the cabin where I'm definitely gonna slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Well, no way but up.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin
what the
interiors,
fuck?
all projected
This is
across
weird.
what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Kind of like the idea of
No,
throwing it out the window.
we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Okay,
You
rude.
can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we...
Yeah, hold on.
lose
Nothing, because
you're going to pull yourself together. Just
And if I
ignore
don't?
the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You didn't say anything about mirror.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror...
Go to the mirror anyways.
You walk... It's real.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub, but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Now we've got the stabbing, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright, you don't have to say it like that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
Definitely that.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Yes. Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center, take the soft stairs. Well, you always go left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the fuck?
What the hell was that?
Yeah, what?
happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason. Do you know why? You're apparently a threat. I was sent here to slay you. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. I don't think she likes us. Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone stumbling in here if you were her? We lost ourselves the second we stepped into this place. I don't know how long she's been here, but I can't imagine it would be easy for her to trust anyone. Those eyes, though. They're so sharp. It's just deception. Don't buy into it. You can do this.
It's okay.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Boy.
Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there
What
was
in
now
God's name is
another.
happening in this basement?
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay. There's more of you now. What's your name? Getting down here is weird. Try and free her. I'm getting you out of here. Oh, all of these are the same option. Interesting. Okay, I'm getting you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. Leave her. Regretfully think about the time you threw a blade out the window.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step
Oh,
forward.
boy.
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh,
You find the
boy.
blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right
Yeah,
now.
someone's got to lighten the mood here.
No, I
Oh my
don't,
God.
because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Oh, Lord.
We should help her. I think we did this.
Okay.
How surprisingly sincere.
Do you have any bright ideas, pal?
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's gonna be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No, you just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. Say nothing. It's gonna be okay. And we return once more. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. And there's that.
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think we're supposed to look in the mirror. Person, mirror.
I'm begging you.
Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
You person, mirror, gaze in the reflection. What do we look like? It's you. Yeah, it is. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Can I skip all this? Approach her. Yes. What are you? The gift is of a fragile vessel. Is the end of the world? Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There's some.
Is this the end of the world? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What if I don't know. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel? Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives make my own.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess, so you would trap me here? Yeah.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What now?
Nothing, as we are.
I was sent to slay the princess. What happens if I do that? You're being semantic. Everything until we meet again. How many more pieces do I have to find? More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. What if I don't?
Then we will be.
Okay, make me forget.
She.
Okay. Bring the stranger to her is what we just got. Okay. Well, let's just be super gung-ho this time.
That's the spirit. She will lie, she will cheat, and we're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Go to the cabin. Take the blade.
You take the...
Enter the basement. And we're just going to kill her. We're not going to say anything.
Good.
We're just going to kill her.
You're still listening to reason.
Slay the princess.
You lunge.
Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes.
Leave. Oh yeah, we've seen this one already.
Good. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. Yeah.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough...
Okay. This time let's not go. Let's leave.
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? All right. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and...
I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I realize it's coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the...
Turn around again and leave
You're
again.
really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Supposed
It's
to wind up at the
remarkably
cabin. Getting
selfish, if
fuzzy.
you
What's
ask
going
me.
on? Where
I've
are we?
already
I don't
outlined
know, but
the
it feels like
states of the...
home. Did I fuck up? I have no idea. There's too many options and too much shit going on. And skipping it's not exactly helping me keep things straight. Okay. Go to the cabin. Go to the cabin. Take the blade. Enter the basement. Continue down the stairs. Kill the princess. Gee, that was too easy. Remove the blade. Lean your hand down and wrap your... you lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt.
But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that.
Okay. Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. Take the blade. Enter the basement.
That sound could be anything.
Oh, fuck.
It's
I
probably
remember
just her
this one.
chains dragging across the floor.
You're gonna
I am
stab me.
begging you to get
Okay,
out
what
of
if we
your
actually
head.
try and let her out this time? I think last time we tried to kill her again. We could just say fuck this. Okay, I'm gonna come and free you. You better not try anything. Of course I won't.
Against your better judgment,
Oh, good lord.
you walk across the room to within arm's reach of the princess. I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first. Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hee.
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
You're going to die now.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay.
Great, so obviously you've... Let's just... So? Are you just going to... I'd love to get started just as...
Okay.
You make your way...
Wipe the mirror clean. Okay. We don't have to fight her. Think of something better. We tried that last time, we got fucked. Fighting her, obviously. She wins by killing us, let's beat her to it. We kill ourselves. Let's kill ourselves.
No, that's a terrible idea.
We're dead either way.
Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares?
Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Okay, yeah?
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
And then you skewer yourself. Ow.
Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Oh, well.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? Stop
Okay.
saying dead, all of you. Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like,
Yes.
really, really weird.
Come on.
Okay, what
Show
do we
me
have?
Something new.
We're gonna let her stab us, and we're gonna have a stip up her lip. There's nothing we can do. She has swords for arms, but we don't. We're panicking. Let's try and flirt with her. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. She skewers you. Do you see that? We almost... She skewers you. We're getting...
Yeah, right. Okay. Empty our mind, him too. Approach... Oh. No changes on this one. Okay. There's so many of these. I don't know how we're meant to find all of this. Okay, I'm ready to go back. Jeez.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Right. Killing a princess seems bad. I think we've done this one already.
Does it?
Can someone else do this? Let's just exhaust all of our options.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence?
Look,
Forget I'm not doing
are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
You consider I'm okay with this?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody
Oh.
wants the world to end.
Well, maybe I do.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Do I get a reward? I'll go to this cabin, decide then. Okay, fine, I'll go. Okay, I'm sold, let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. I get a
Yes.
reward? Can you tell me what it's gonna be? Okay.
Then I guess we'll just...
We'll do the maybe this time. Enter the basement, no blade. Just checking on you. You are? It's been so long since since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they've forgotten about me.
You...
Let's see what I can do.
Your own...
And if there isn't a key, any other ideas? Turn to this bottom. Okay, save the princess.
Fine.
Approach the door. Warn her. Resist.
The blade! Move.
Okay, right. Go to the cabin this time. This is the one I was gonna say.
But last time, I think he just likes to hear this. I do.
Proceed into the cabin. Okay. Take the blade.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can
And
defend
we're gonna
her
kill her
from
this time.
enemies. Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge.
Because we didn't do that last time.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Approach the mirror. Wipe the mirror clean. Enter the basement.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Okay.
That's right.
Kill her.
Blade in hand, you run the princess down. Wait, no. You barbarian, what do you think you're doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
Aww.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead.
Slaying
The world
innocent.
is saved.
Womp womp.
Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick. Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable. You'll get over it. You just saved everyone. Get over it? You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
Okay.
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not.
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
no.
Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
I'm the one who makes decisions here, and I say no.
Exactly. You're not doing this. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all? I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your
Okay.
own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry. That's right. You're all sorry.
Bro.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Grey. Okay, we haven't seen this one yet.
You're on a path in the woods.
You horrid monster. Do you think just because
Oh.
we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness?
Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead. We killed her.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
He's got a point.
Oh, and I'm still here too. If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again?
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Don't provoke him. I'd prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice.
It was unpleasant.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too. Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
Debatable. I'm the one in charge here, and if we slay her again, you are not going to make us kill ourselves. Is that clear? Whatever happens next, seems like all our answers are way to stay in the cabin. What if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually, and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens. Again, he makes her out to be a monster. I'm tired of all this slander. She's never hurt anyone in her life except for us, and that was our fault.
Except for us.
We don't know that. She could have done all sorts of things we weren't around to see.
Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
Okay, we can just leave.
You have already committed to my completion.
Oh.
You cannot go further astray.
Alright, I'm in charge here, and if I kill her, you won't kill us. You got it?
Oh, it's clear, you murderer. Though I should remind you that you're not as in charge as you seem to think you are.
I'm sure his outburst last time was just a fluke. I wouldn't worry about him. Besides, if he kills us again, he kills us again. It doesn't matter. He'll tire out eventually. The flame of passion always burns out in the end.
Spoken like a true cynic. Enough bickering. Just stay focused and get to the cabin.
Yeah, this place is way different, though.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Wait, but if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us.
I'm
ready
sure
to
when we get up there,
make
she's
amends.
100% going to be in love with us.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well. I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
Influence doesn't require life. But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Alright.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just... don't muck it up this time, alright?
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so... unstable. It's stressful. Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy.
Oh yeah, just turn it off. Duh.
Happens.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Alright. Into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin feels dry
what the
and
hell?
brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her? Our beloved. So she does live.
Buddy, that looks like a
She
ghost to
doesn't
me.
look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door, it's just that damn mirror again.
Ah, yes, the mirror. So we can see the monster we've become. If it even lets us look before it vanishes too.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange.
I was gonna say, there's not even a table or a blade.
Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Well, there is no door.
As if something as flimsy as a missing door would stop us on our sacred quest. Cross the room, find our way back to her, make things right.
You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
Alright.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes, trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way.
Well,
It's time for all of you to see what we've
well, it's just gonna
become.
disappear. We're not gonna see anything.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
Yeah?
I
Right.
see.
Well, we're about to
We
see a
are
new way to
too
murder this
hideous
princess.
for even a mirror to behold.
No way left to go but down.
All right.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again.
My love!
She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Sorry about last time. Are we good? Anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything for me upstairs when I got here. Just go down. I'm sorry for last time. Are we good?
You receive no response.
Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
You aren't helping.
Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
All right. Down we go.
As you descend the final step,
Oh.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw
Yeah.
her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page.
Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table.
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice.
This is
I
a
missed
trap.
You too,
This is
my
100% a
beloved.
trap, but I'm going to fall for it.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes, seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed.
Oh,
We can
how convenient
have
for
our
you.
Perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
Okay.
The torch falls from the princess's hand
Oh.
and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the
Oh,
basement,
boy.
perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
She's
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
we got to
kill
get out
us.
of here.
A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Why'd you close the door? Let me out. Are you trying to kill me? I'm going to burn. Are you mad at me for killing you? I'm sorry. Rush for the blade. Rush to the door. Rush for the blade.
As you rush up the stairs towards the princess, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You push through the flames, trying to ignore the choking hot air filling your lungs, and manage to reach her, your hand wrapping around the hilt of the blade. But the metal is already blistering hot. Your hand sizzles as it melts on contact. You can't so much as pull away, your nerves seizing up as they're fried, the bones of your hand fusing in place around the weapon.
Damn.
The princess, smiling warmly as her skin bubbles away, places her hand on yours and clutches it to her chest. The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins. But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad. It was so bad. But somehow, the nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me.
The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
It's very romantic.
Burn in the hands of a
really.
fated spirit.
We got our happy ending after all.
I don't, is that what you call
we
this?
can die happy.
Despite your best efforts, you don't die.
She's gone, and there's that...
Alright, just go to the mirror.
This... It's not... Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll...
Ignore the cowards.
Gaze in. What do we look like? Oh, I've withered. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or not. Went along quiet again. Go to the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
You've seen this already. What do you think of this vessel? Is that not something? Yeah.
This one is passion betrayed. But even in the end, her love never faded. She will make for a bright heart. Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
Everything
I'm
you say
sorry.
is a riddle.
Words are... The vessels you choose to bring me carry far...
Yeah, yeah. Okay. What happens if we leave the worlds? What do you want me to bring you next time? Yeah. You don't have any preferences. How many more do I need? We'll know when we near. I'm ready to go back. Okay. Bring the burned gray to her. Right. Okay, let's go to the cabin. We can get another one if we go the route of the witch and then kill the witch, right? We gave her the blade last time, so let's do that. Take the blade, enter the basement. Yeah, continue downstairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Here to talk.
Don't...
Oh, I fucked up. That's okay. Tighten my grip. I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Then I'm not talking to you. Oh yeah, we did this one. This is the first one we did. Squint at
You
her while
stare
holding
at the
it.
princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah.
Kill the princess.
Doubt.
Okay. Flee and lock her in the basement.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine.
Yeah.
You make a
Okay, this
mad
is
dash
new.
to the
Haven't seen
basement
this yet.
stairs. The princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them
okay.
until finally
Well,
they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless. She's free. Hurry.
yeah, get
You
your
push
ass
your
up there.
broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Do what you
Okay.
gotta do.
We can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come.
Oh,
Instead,
boy.
your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Hell no.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Oh boy.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting. Ignore and go to sleep. Yeah, waste your energy. I'll be waiting.
I wouldn't be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest. Do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the
boy.
night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Oh, we're
You
fucked.
try and stumble to your feet, but as the
It's over.
princess draws
It's
near,
over.
it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you.
This is it. We gotta kill ourselves, I think.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
That's great.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, shit. The nightmare, joy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
She's gonna kill me again. No, let's just go to the cabin. No, she's gonna kill me
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question.
Voice of the
little
paranoid.
voice.
I don't think I've
What if
started
he
with this
does
one
hear
yet.
you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Why should I listen
Those are
to you?
two very different questions, but let's say for a moment you died last time. Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life. We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was going to kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death. Well then, congratulations. You've been
Yay.
given another chance to actually do this
Nice,
right.
take two.
And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Yeah, I think they
Or
did.
do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Well, let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Just being around her in the end shut down all my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do against that? To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
But just being around her shut down my organs.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. No, you should do anything but that. We know what's waiting for us in that basement.
Well, why
Look.
couldn't they do it?
I'm not supposed to say this. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
Well,
Great. Now, if you don't mind...
let's leave.
You have already
Okay.
committed to.
Let's go. Just kidding.
A warning. But she will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Well,
The interior of the cabin
Oh.
is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note
fucking
is a lone
silhouettes in the
table
window. Hate
knocked on
that.
its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The
Okay,
princess has
sorry,
not
my bad.
already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
let's go to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
All right, take the blade. Well, it's a whole different.
Very
yeah,
different.
different.
I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
All right, take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know.
Yeah, a bomb would be nice.
Better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Well, no choice but down.
You cross over
Oh.
the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? I'm gonna talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're being such pessimist right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue. How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
It'll have to be enough. All right. Step off into the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. Falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge,
Oh
you
my
find yourself
God.
between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh, boy. Well, always go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
What the
I
fuck?
told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Well,
I wonder how many times
What-
I'll get to
what are
play
we
with
meant
you
to do about
before you
that?
break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood
Good
begins to
Lord.
coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing
yeah,
it
keep
again.
going, keep it going.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Liver,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead.
liver.
Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Liver. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare.
Nerves, heart.
Okay, let's get out of here together. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Run or slay the princess. I kind of like running, honestly, but... Alright, don't kill me.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Lungs, nerves, heart.
We can work again. We can be friends.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve.
Liver,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
lungs,
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
Lungs, liver,
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways? You know, lunatic. How about I just kill you? Well, if I refuse to let you out, what happens then?
nerves,
Okay, let's get out of here.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I'm not doing any of this.
Are you serious?
Liver, nerves.
You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Lungs,
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her
Oh,
mask and pulls it
My
down.
God.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No, 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 no.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Oh God, see what lives behind the mask. Or what hides behind the mask. What the fuck is happening? The moment of clarity. Okay.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this
Oh
works
God, do we
out
have
for
all the
us.
voices
If you
again?
think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever.
This might be bad.
I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Oh God, I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them I feel disjointed. I don't know how I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her. Proceed to the cabin. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do.
You do nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do something. That's a new one. Huh. Do you think it'll work?
No.
No. Nothing
Yeah.
ever works.
I get it, bro.
Boo! You're the worst one. He's not the one who got us into this mess. At least I keep you breathing around her. See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries. Who cares? All of you just yap about nothing. And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half. Great. And that's why you're not the top. I want to see what nothing does for us. And right now all of you aren't letting nothing happen.
Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me, and you need to not have them. He'll get you killed by himself.
Oh, all of us have gotten all the rest of us killed at one point or another. That's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it. I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity. My point exactly.
Well, I guess let's go to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin, or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies.
Yeah, what about the mirror?
And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Well, let's go to the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Well,
proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
yeah, exactly.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Well, it's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my hand. And
Yeah.
me out.
We ain't doing that one, Chief.
It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. Well, fuck it.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess exhausted slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back.
Oh, apparently I can hide the UI. Didn't know that.
What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Well, go to the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more, its secrets remain hidden, its mysteries remain unsolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Alright. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Alright. Find yourself in the long quiet, go to the cabin, approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is awaiting Maw, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
The next.
Bring the moment of clarity to her. Alright, I think we're going to end this here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down. If you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. I upload daily at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. As always, hope you'll have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next episode. So long, everybody.